I love Caitlin Clark. I love her too, y'all. She's a baller.
As if to say that the water is wet, Kamilla Cardoso immediately responded Caitlin Clark when asked who the WNBA's brightest future star is besides herself. Meanwhile, her teammate Angel Reese has been demonstrating how to completely ruin a basketball team with her on-court antics and performance. Cardoso has been expressing the stress and annoyance that are building behind the scenes with body language that is loud enough to compete with a fire alarm at 3 in the morning. It's evident that opinions regarding leadership and team dynamics differ.
Look at the frustration oozing out of Kamilla Cardoso. She gets a switch, Natasha Cloud, she's posting her up. We can't get an entry pass to Kamilla.
Earlier this month, Kamilla Cardoso made a statement that rocked the WNBA when she boldly proclaimed Caitlin Clark as the league's most promising player. The statement wasn't just direct, it also tactfully disregarded her teammate Angel Reese, who has openly criticized Clark's quick rise since their college days. Cardoso reiterated her position, highlighting Clark's historic influence and her ability to uplift entire leagues with her captivating talent. This audacious statement highlighted the increasing awareness of Clark's supremacy and alluded to underlying conflicts inside the group, demonstrating how intensely certain players are vying for respect and recognition.
The most promising player in the league, apart from you. And that is obviously what she was asked. This is what she said to that. This is what she answered to that question.
A liga tirando você.
Caitlin Clark.
Clark, who sold out arenas all over the world, and Reese, whose preseason games attracted fewer fans than a middle school recital. The sharp contrast between the two players was brought home by Cardoso's remarks. While Reese is shooting only 29%, Clark, the Indiana Fever's franchise cornerstone, is averaging 24.7 points and 9.2 assists per game, helping her team stay in the running for the playoffs. Cardoso's admiration for Clark went beyond just praising her extraordinary skill. It also served as a scathing assessment of Reese's stagnation and self-centered mindset as she struggled to execute basic post moves against defenders half her size and turn the ball over 4 times every game.
If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I am upset with how this offense is looking. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still can't manage to get an entry pass. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still need to deal with this type of amateurism in the WNBA. The Angel Reese shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss experiment. Okay, this is where Kamilla Cardoso, look, pass it out. Look at Kamilla Cardoso on the bottom of your screen here. Pass it out, kick it out. Let me shoot a midi. How many attempts do we need at the same?
The Chicago Sky's 2025 season has descended into chaos as tensions between star forwards Kamilla Cardoso and Angel Reese have flared up following their 4th consecutive loss to the Phoenix Mercury. Reese recorded a drab 13.15 rebound double in the 94-89 loss. But Cardoso's comments regarding Caitlin Clark's extraordinary talent, along with her on-court annoyance toward Reese, have exposed deep rifts within the locker room. This isn't just a difficult start, it's an outright identity crisis for a team that largely depended on the Reese-Cardoso duo to build its future. The team now faces questions regarding leadership cohesion and whether they can salvage their season amid internal turmoil.
Angel Reese had one of these double-doubles that doesn't translate to victories. And the WNBA celebrating it today. And she put up one of the most baffling shots I've ever seen in my life last night. She literally put a shot up looking away from the basket and just flung it up over her head. All the while she had perimeter shooters open, and Kamilla Cardoso, who by the way had a hell of a game last night, a hell of an efficient game last night, was come running in under the basket and doesn't give her the...
Subscribe if you're enjoying it. Witnessing Cardoso during the game, it was evident that she was emotionally checked out and wished she could be anywhere else. She publicly praised Caitlin Clark as a generational talent, while her teammate Angel Reese seemed to be lost in a chaotic encore free-for-all, turning basketball into an unrecognizable interpretive dance. The Chicago Sky 2025 season has gotten off to a disastrous start, suffering their 4th consecutive loss in a 9-4-8-9 nail-biter against the Phoenix Mercury. This most recent setback only exacerbated the simmering tensions between the two stars. That had been building. Reese started the season with a swagger of confidence, thinking he would lead the squad to glory, but he soon realized that bravado is meaningless without team cohesion. Not only is their Euro 4 start poor, but it's historically catastrophic, matching the franchise's poorest start ever. The Sky are now in dire need of regrouping before this season gets even worse. This isn't just a rough patch, it's a full-blown crisis that has revealed deep issues within the team's identity and leadership. Cardoso has been watching from the sidelines, her obvious frustration growing like a master chef watching someone burn water.
Do you know that coming into this game, the Chicago Sky didn't have a single player averaging double figures? How the hell does that even happen? Y'all didn't have a single player averaging double figures. That is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. How are you even considered a professional team?
However, this is where the drama really gets intense. Cardoso commended Caitlin Clark, a player who personifies everything Angel, rather than merely making a general remark. The basketball equivalent of telling your roommate that their ex was actually pretty cool just after they're crying into a pint of ice cream is that Ree wants to be, but might never be. It's not just praise though, it's a subtle yet precise provocation, a proclamation of tension disguised as admiration. Cardoso, a true basketball talent, obviously understands that skill and intelligence matter on the court, while Reese seems to be caught in a perplexing identity crisis as she tries to prove she's more than just a rebounding machine. The timing and audacity of her words make the moment even more delicious, while the chaos in Chicago shows no signs of abating. She has been moved around the court more times than a pawn in a chess game, switching from power forward to point guard duties, most likely because the coaching staff thought, what if we let the player who struggles with shooting run the offense? Her attempts at leadership frequently come across as frantic rather than focused. Seeing this happen is similar to someone using a sledgehammer to try to fix a leaking faucet, which technically fixes the issue but runs the danger of making it worse.
I still believe that they're not giving Kamilla enough touches. I think that they give up on her too easily. I think when she seals, they literally can't get her the ball, and it's very confusing to me. And then when they do get her the ball, they throw it at her shin and get pissed at her when she's 6'7". Throw it up there. I mean, she's 6'7". Throw it up there. It just doesn't make sense.
Angel Ree has not developed into the dynamic player that Coach Tyler Marsh had hoped for. Instead, she has struggled with consistency, making dubious decisions and displaying body language that suggests she is unsure of her role. It seems as though Marsh's plans for her were too ambitious, like expecting someone who burns toast to run a 5-star restaurant. Coach Marsh approached his new role with the optimism of a first-time parent eager to develop her into a complete basketball player. Instead, Marsh's idea of her as a multifaceted weapon has not yet come to pass. Instead of being the adaptable thread, Ree has become into the basketball equivalent of a Swiss Army knife with broken tools that is unorganized and unreliable. Marsh hoped her to be, but she seems to be in a time of confusion when she is striving to prove herself but frequently fails. This is a difficult reality check for both coach and player, showing how difficult it can be to translate talent into reliable on-court performance.
Bro, the Mercury did not play well. The Mercury didn't play well at all. Y'all just wasn't good enough to put them away. I don't know what y'all gonna do, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all are 0-4. Y'all just blew a 15-point lead to a team that wasn't playing well at all. Tyler Marsh. I own a few businesses. If you need some work around the All-Star break, if you need a job, keep the vision. We got you. I got some work for you. You ain't gonna be no decision maker, cause you ain't gonna be no boss or nothing. But I help a brother out, cause the way this going, oh, you gonna be looking for employment soon, brother.
Cardoso, on the other hand, has been acting with an extremely outstanding level of professionalism while also being furious inside. Whenever Ree enters into her typical pattern of missing shots and refuses to pass during a particularly unpleasant time versus the New York Liberty, numerous reports have highlighted her incredibly poor body language. The most striking part of this basketball drama is that Cardoso actually began to walk to the opposite end of the court midsole because she could no longer stand to watch the ongoing basketball disaster. This is not just annoyance, it's a woman who has obviously reached her breaking point, sensing that it was about 3 Angel repossessions ago. Instead of praising Clark at random, Cardoso did it on purpose, understanding the message it was trying to convey. She is a player weary of mediocrity, tired of seeing talent wasted, and weary of acting as though effort without results is worthy of appreciation. She made a conscious statement about what true basketball greatness looks like when she brought up Caitlin Clark without hesitation. Let's face it, this is what everyone in Chicago is thinking about, but failing to acknowledge Cardoso is completely correct. While Ree has made the United Center into a tomb for lost opportunities, Clark has elevated basketball to the level of art in every arena she has entered.
I don't get it. Honestly, I feel so bad for Cardoso because she's being outshined for everything other than basketball, just from the double-doubles and the Clark beef from last year. And Cardoso's really a better basketball player. She just is. And she's not getting the looks that she needs. And I think this duo could work out. I really think it could. But I'm telling you, bro, like, I just feel like Cardoso's going to want to trade soon. She's just too new to be, demanding.
The Sky's recent defeat by Phoenix is a classic example of their current problems. They wasted a 16-point advantage, a margin that in Angel, everything in Reese's world seems to happen on a daily basis. While Ree recorded her typical double of 13 points and 15 rebounds, anybody watching could see that individual stats without wins are pointless. Cardoso, on the other hand, showed that he understood that basketball is a team sport by stepping up with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Just 4 games into his tenure, rookie head coach Tyler Marsh, who was brought in for his championship experience as an assistant with the Las Vegas Aces, is facing increasing pressure. His offensive system, which was centered on ball movement and 3-point shooting, has collapsed under Reese's tendency to dominate the ball and cause chaos on the court. The Sky are currently ranked dead last in assists, 16.2 per game, and turnovers, 18.3, which is a clear indication of Marsh's inability to control his star player. It's a difficult lesson for any coach who wants to teach basketball IQ to a player who doesn't have it. Marsh has been rearranging Ree like furniture around the court in the hopes that a change of location may reveal some untapped ability, but that strategy is flawed. Basic basketball problems cannot be resolved by merely shifting positions or venues. Fundamental changes are necessary for real progress. Things that cannot be accomplished by band-aid solutions or surface-level adjustments include discipline and a team-first mentality.
Do you know how ass you gotta be? And I'm not blaming no players tonight. Do you know how ass you gotta be to blow a 16-point lead? I don't give a Thompson over there getting buckets. I don't give a Molly over there getting buckets. Get the win. And the reason I said I'm not blaming no players, because this is a very successful night for the two bigs. 16 points, 9 rebounds. She had 4 assists. Angel had a couple assists. You already putting offensive pressure on this team, and the fact they still have to go out there and play defense, which they did, this is a...
Watching Reese's supporters attempt to turn this tragedy into something positive, learning, growing, adapting, while Cardoso stands in the background like a woman watching someone try to persuade her that potential without production eventually turns into participation, is the funniest part of the whole situation. Games are not won by trophies. In essence, Cardoso's public support of Clark is a lesson in professional shade, informing the world this is what elite basketball looks like. It goes beyond simple basketball analysis. The woman appears to be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and she simply placed Angel in the middle of her teammates' live presentation of what every flaw this squad believed they could conceal has been revealed by Reese's basketball reputation in Checkmate. The Sky 04 begins. They added veterans like Courtney Vanderloot, Kia Nurse, and Ariel Atkins to provide leadership and stability, but even seasoned professionals can't defeat a teammate who treats basketball like a personal highlight reel with commercial breaks. General Manager Jeff Paglio called it disappointing, which is equivalent to calling the Titanic's voyage a minor shipping delay.
man, Chicago has to fix their veteran leadership in the post. They went and got veteran guards, hoping that the guards would mask the problem, but all they did was put a bad makeup job on it. Right now, Chicago fans are going to have to be patient. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, I can't wait till Angel gets out of Chicago. And to a certain extent, I agree. Angel would not be a starter if she went to any other team with a strong post player. Angel is going to be going through a very rough 3 to 4 years of this rookie contract, but Chicago has to make changes.
She could have named any player or responded diplomatically, but instead she chose to highlight the one athlete who epitomizes everything. Her teammate isn't efficient, winning-oriented, and truly elite. This is what makes this situation so juicy. Cardoso's comment about Clark came from a Brazilian interview, indicating that she felt comfortable enough to speak honestly when she thought the Chicago basketball world wasn't listening. The squad in Chicago is clearly having trouble defining itself, as evidenced by missed shots and blown leads. Tyler Marsh is discovering that coaching Angel Reese is like attempting to teach calculus to someone who is still counting on their fingers. While Caitlin Clark is probably watching this pandemonium and silently thanking the basketball gods that she ended up on a team that actually knows what it takes to win, Cardoso is finding that sheer skill alone cannot remedy a stubborn lack of basketball IQ.
I can't really see any reason why somebody would necessarily say that Kamilla Cardoso is wrong with what she's saying, because for me, it's almost as good as being fact what she is saying right now. Let's be real. It's not far off being a literal fact that the best young player in the WNBA is Caitlin Clark. Again, Caitlin Clark put up stats that if she put them up in NCAA, she might have won National Player of the Year. And she did it in the freaking...
The Sky season is rapidly becoming a warning about what happens when possible conflicts with reality occur, and truth prevails by a decisive margin of 30 points. Cardoso's appreciation of Clark goes beyond simple basketball analysis. It's a tactful yet direct public admission of the discrepancy between her teammates' performance and actual brilliance. She is fed up with leading the team's offensive load while witnessing her colleagues' struggles. Cardoso's remarks show her annoyance and even a feeling of betrayal. Fans are watching a real-time basketball intervention 4 games into what was supposed to be Chicago's redemption season. Cardoso has obviously reached her breaking point, diplomatically damaged her teammates' reputations, and sent a message to the league that this isn't the level of basketball she believes in or aspires to. The real question now is whether the Sky can save the season, or if she will look to trade to a team that appreciates genuine basketball talent. Reese's time is running out, and the WNBA is using it up now rather than waiting for potential. Not only is Caitlin Clark outperforming Angel Reese, but her teammates' candor and annoyance are also exposing her. If you liked and subscribed,